Don't be such a pessimist. You know, sometimes these cycles take longer to play out than you think, and you know, don't be early. Big house on the water, Georgian Bay, and it would be one with its own harbor where I can keep my boat. Yeah. Probably just happy wife, happy life. I really like The Rational Exuberance, Robert Schiller. To learn, I would say just get around people who you can learn from, who are smart and successful, and just try to be a sponge. Unlearn, oh, that's a tough one. There's so many cognitive biases. I think if people want to read a great book, Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman just walks through all the inherent biases, and of course we all have them. But some of the mistakes that we make around personal finances that are so avoidable, it'd be great for people to just kind of walk through that book. There is no national housing market, so people often talk about the Canadian housing market, and of course right now we see tremendous divergence in trends across metros. So that'd be one. And I guess the other, if I could throw a second one in, would be there's kind of this prevailing wisdom that housing never goes down, house prices never go down, and of course that is being challenged right now in places like Vancouver and in some parts of Toronto. Oh boy, definitely lots on the power of compounding, to really drill that into kids. The dangers of debt. I mean, I know they do talk about that, but really getting kids into budgeting, understanding, you know, how debt can kind of snowball, and then also just the power of compounding. You can start saving earlier. Jawad Rathor and Vince Petroza, the guys from Fortress that sued me, and they can't even keep their lives straight. Be patient. Don't do something because you're feeling pressure from your friend group. Renting is not throwing your money away. It does provide mobility. It is an option on housing. But if you find a house that you're fine settling in for the next 10 years and you can afford it, whatever, do what you have to do. 2015. Well, let me answer that. Did you turn it off?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I would say, I only say that because, of course, I've been a skeptic for a while, and it's run up in my face. Look, there is no national housing market, so there is no national bubble, but it's already burst in places like Vancouver, I would argue, and especially in the higher end, and it's burst in places like the high end in the 905, for example. You don't see it as much at the entry level, but there's real pain out there. So, were some of the smaller metros subject to a housing bubble? I mean, that's debatable. So I don't know if there's anything to burst there, but certainly we're well past peak in places like Vancouver. All right, thanks guys.
Thanks, Ben. That was awesome.